Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well. Whilst baby's napping, let's chat about newborn essentials. These are items which we regret not buying sooner. So our first items can be found in the kitchen, so let's get started. I'll put a link in the description below to share my video on my feeding journey, but basically we ended up with a bottle feeding baby with formula. And with bottle feeding, you have to sterilise your bottles. We were using traditional methods such as using soap and water and then sterilising the bottles and then allowing for them to dry naturally. However, once my partner went back to work, I just couldn't cope with the amount of cleaning bottles, and I thought there must be an easier way. Now, in Scotland, breastfeeding is promoted. There is no sort of information given to parents prior to having baby about, what happens when breastfeeding doesn't work. How do you manage bottle feeding? How do you manage sterilising the bottles? So a lot of this I've had to learn as I go. And then there is also Dr. Google as well, which has been very handy. So I googled sterilising bottles to see if there was an easier method than this, and the Tommee Tippee drying and UV sterilisation machine popped up. Now, brand new, these were over £100, and this wasn't something that we had budgeted for. I am going to do a budgeting for baby video, and I'm going to include my experience with things like this. So it wasn't something initially which we could afford. However, we looked online and we found one second hand for £40. It was basically brand new, still in the box. We replaced the UV tubes, gave it a good clean, and it has been working absolutely fantastic. Now, this dries and sterilises your bottles with UV light in 60 minutes. There is just a drying cycle if you want, and that is 35 minutes. This is unbelievable. This is my best friend. I'm going to keep this if we have baby number 2. If for some reason I end up selling it and we do have baby number 2 in the future, 100% this is something that I'm budgeting for. I love, love, love this machine. Moving on, our next item is bibs. And I cannot stress how many bibs you will need, no matter what method of feeding you're doing. Now, bibs weren't on the essential list for us, provided by the Scottish Government and midwives. There were muslin cloths, however, even if you are breastfeeding, as baby gets older, baby dribbles a lot, baby will start teething, again start dribbling. Bibs are just so handy, and especially if you are using a bottle to feed baby as well. Also, if baby's a bit refluxy or colicky as well, these mop up messes instantly. So we always have plenty of bibs on hand. Our final newborn essential item, which relates to feeding, is a perfect prep machine. Now, these can't be used when baby is first born. I think they can only be used from when baby starts consuming around 120 mils worth of milk. But as we had to switch to formula, this just made making bottles so much more easy. Again, this wasn't something which we budgeted for, and when we looked at the price online, I think they were coming close to £100, if not over, and we got this one second hand for £10. Now, we changed out the filter, gave it a good clean, and it's been working absolutely fantastic. So this is definitely something which is an essential for us and which we will budget for if we have baby number 2. The next essential relates to clothing, and specifically baby grows. My best advice is that baby will live in baby grows, especially for the first couple of weeks and months. However, I didn't realise I was actually picking up baby grows with the scratch MIP flap built in. I didn't know that was a thing. I thought, all baby grows were just made handless, basically. And it wasn't until I started washing the clothes, preparing for baby to come home, that I realised some didn't have this and some did. So definitely an essential for us now, and if we have baby number 2, is only buying baby grows with this flap over the top, because scratch mitts are just absolutely useless, and I covered them in my biggest baby regrets video, which I'll link down below in the description as well. Our last essential for baby relates to sleeping, and that is white noise. Now, before baby arrived, I did read in magazines and blogs about white noise and the benefits that it has to baby's sleep. I did look at white noise machines, however, they were pretty pricey, and I wasn't sure that it was something which I was going to need. Once baby was home after that first night, we did start playing around with white noise through Spotify playlists. However, I totally forgot that we have an air purifier downstairs. Just, bog standard air purifier, but when you turn it on, it sounds like white noise. So we brought this up into the nursery, and yes, it helped baby sleep tremendously. Didn't do much for my sleep. I'm not a fan of white noise personally, so with co-sleeping, it was very difficult for me, but in the end, I think I would just pass out with sheer exhaustion. So these are our newborn essentials which we wish we had purchased earlier. These are just some things which have made our lives a lot easier now that we have them. They're sort of out the box things that weren't on our recommended list from the Scottish Government or from midwives. These are things that we have come across along the way. So I hope this video has been of some help, and as I said previously, I'm going to be speaking about budgeting next, and I'm also going to be speaking about essentials for new mums once you've had baby in your home. So take care everyone, and come back again and join me in the future. See you later.